We are on our way to visit with Jim Foley, who's been working with the new 49ers over small-scale mining issues in the Klamath River Basin. Before we meet Jim, just a brief synopsis of the issues in the Klamath region by Jerry Hobbs.
In the Crook case, the Crook tribe wanted to either reduce the seasons heavily on the Klamath, Scott, and Salmon rivers, or close it completely. In reality, I don't see they have any rights to do so at all, because the tribe's not even on the reservation. They don't have fishing rights, but yet they do the netting. Appears to be that one entity can violate the law, and the state or the federal government can overlook that, yet they nail another one for not violating the law, just with their insinuations that they are.
One of the people making the fight is a gentleman called Jim Foley. He's out of Klamath area of Northern California. Jim Foley is a modern-day prospector and a property rights activist who has a lot to say about the conflict between the modern small-scale prospector, Indian tribes, and environmentalists who have been actively working for a number of years to remove miners from the Klamath River watershed, which starts in Oregon and flows through Northern California to the ocean.
Klamath River in far northern California. It's situated in the Klamath National Forest. There's been extensive commercial mining and suction dredge mining here for 150 years. Not the suction dredge mining part, but the commercial mining part. Are reports that I've seen of upwards of 50,000 miners, and they were not spread out over the entire river. They were in small enclaves. So in places like a little place like Hamburg, California, they had tent cities, and you can still see the remains of the dumps from the cans and the bottles and the old medicine bottles and stuff like that from back in those days, back as far as 150 years ago. And yet, that's the only thing that remains of their presence there. Once in a while you can walk out in the woods and see a little pile of cans. As far as the topography and what you see in this valley, there's no trace of their presence, that they were ever here. And you can see that the beauty of this river still remains even after all of that mining has gone on. And like most prospectors, I graduated very quickly to a 5-inch dredge, and I established my own claim in Alaska. And about that time, I became aware that suction dredge mining has adverse political aspects to it as far as government and agencies are concerned. And I got involved with NPDES permitting in Alaska and actually testified against it. When I retired and moved down to Oregon and finally here to California, I was appalled at what I saw in the political arena as far as mining is concerned. Environmental groups, tribes, agencies, they're all out to shut down suction dredge mining. It would be incorrect to say that there is no impact, but I have a scientific study that says that any impact is so minuscule that it cannot be measured with the tools that science has today. They're not saying that there is no impact, but that it is absolutely minuscule. Using our freedoms on a daily basis, and it's not just miners, it's all natural resource users. The environmental movements in this country started out on a very good premise, but it went awry somewhere along the way, and these environmentalists have had 20 years to educate their people and plant their people in positions of influence, like within different agencies, within government. And this is where all of these arbitrary regulations and rules and things are coming from. And there doesn't seem to be any lessening of it as time goes on. It seems to be increasing.